Today, boys and girls, we're going to learn how to set all this stuff on a Casio G-SHOCK DW9052. We've got a watch that will show time, weekday, date. It has one alarm, a countdown timer, a stopwatch, and that's it. This G-SHOCK is pretty cheap. I will have it listed in the notes if you want to get one for yourself. I'll explain the display first, and then we'll go ahead and get to all the features so I can tell you of all what this does. On the top row here, you will see two little icons. The first one indicates the alarm is on, and the little bell next to that indicates that the hourly chime is on, otherwise known as hourly signal. Then you have the day of the week, and then the month and the day. In the middle row here, this circle, this eyelet, I guess they call it, it's decorative. Every 10 seconds that passes, one of those little segments fills in. To the right of that, that's a 10-second count. You can see the numbers below it, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. On the bottom row, we have the little AM, PM indicator, or just the PM actually. There's no indicator for AM. Or it will say 24 for a 24-hour time, which we'll get to in a moment. And then the time. We have 5 buttons on this particular G-SHOCK. There are 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 button here that is a multifunction button. It does more than just the light. When we are on this screen here, to adjust the time, we press the adjust button once. So we first start with the seconds. If it's 0 through 29 and you adjust with the start stop button, it will reset the seconds to 0. If you press this button after it's past 30 seconds, the minute will advance by 1. Press the mode button, we go to the hour, you adjust with the start stop button again. So we do the hour, and then you press mode to go to minute, and then mode to go to year. This will support years 2000 through 2099. Press it again, you go to month. Press it again, you go to day. Press it again, you go back to second. And when you're finished, you just press adjust. It's how to set this 24-hour time. I almost forgot. When you are, I think, when you're anywhere on here and you press the light button, see that? Change the 20. You know, see a little 24 there? And I think this will happen no matter where you are. Yeah. No matter where you are on the, no matter what setting, as long as something is blinking and you press that light button, you switch to 24-hour time. Almost forgot about that. Okay, anyway, back to alarm here. So these 2 icons up top, the little one that shows a little audio wave, that means the alarm is enabled. The little bell next to that means that the hourly chime is on. If I press start stop, let's just say there's nothing in the top left and I press it once, the alarm is on. If I press it again, that means the hourly chime is on. If I press it again, both the alarm and the hourly chime is on. If I press it again, that means both are disabled. I like having it all on, so I have it all on. When setting the alarm, we do that with the adjust button. Press this once, you adjust the hour, and then you go to the minute. Now, this up here, this means if you want to have the alarm go off on a specific day. So if I have it set to, this is the month, so that goes 1 through 12. You'll see it keeps recycling 1 through 12. Let's just say I have it set to 1. That means the alarm will go off every day in January. If I have it set to 1/1, January 1, that means the alarm will go off every January 1st, and only on January 1st. If I have it set like this, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just the day 1, that means the alarm will go off on the 1st of every month. You'll see this goes up to 31, 31, and if it's all dashes like this, that means it is a daily alarm. It will go off every day. If I remember correctly, I think the alarm will sound for 10 seconds. when it goes off, and it can be interrupted when it goes off. Timer, you can set this from 0 to 24 hours, and there is also auto repeat. You adjust it by pressing adjust. The first thing I'll show is how to set the auto repeat. That's where the light button comes in. You press it and you'll see auto appear right there. If auto is enabled, that means that the timer will automatically repeat. If it's not enabled, it won't. Press adjust and then you go from each one by pressing the mode button. There's hour, minute, and fortunately with this one you can set it right down to the second. I can set this to 0 through 59. 5, 7, 8, 9, back to 0. This is just set on 1 minute. If it is set to all zeros, okay, if it's set to all zeros and I actually start the timer, you'll notice it is 24-hour. That's the most you can count down from is a 24-hour timer. And since auto is enabled, it will automatically repeat. Stop, reset. Let me reset that back to 1 minute like I had it. There we go. This up here, it says TR for timer, and this is actually the current time, which is nice. And then we go to the stopwatch. When you start it, the little progress bar will go. When it hits 10 seconds, it will actually fill this in. I think it will anyway. Yep. And every when it goes to 20 seconds, it'll fill in the next segment, 30 seconds the next segment, and so on. This is your standard stopwatch, just like every other stopwatch you've seen on every other Casio. Now, if you want to stop the stopwatch, you just press this. If you want to reset it, you press adjust. If you want to do a split time, that's what you use this button for. So if I'm having the stopwatch running and I press this, you'll notice it says split on the display. If I hit it again, it resumes. The stopwatch was still running, so if I hit it again at 15 seconds, now you'll see the blinking. The stopwatch is actually still running. This is if you wanted to write down a lap, and then it says, okay, now I've written down my lap, now I want to continue, and you continue like this. Now if you want to do first and second place, stopwatch is running, stopwatch is running, here comes the first runner, and cross the finish line. Here comes the second runner, here comes the second runner, and stop. Okay, so this is the first runner's time, and then we press split reset once more. That's the second runner's time, and then we press this once more, and reset. When on the main timekeeping screen, the flash, I almost forgot about that. This does have a flash alert on it. Press and hold start, stop. Okay, see that little thing right there? Now, what this does is that when an alarm or a stopwatch goes off, the display will actually flash. I'll show what it looks like on when a timer elapses. 890. And I'll just do 5 seconds without auto repeat. You hopefully should see it. Here we go. Oh yeah, you see it. It will beep for 10 seconds, unless you interrupt it. To disable that, you just go to the main timekeeping screen and press hold start stop. Do I recommend having that flash on? No, I don't actually, because it kind of drains the battery life real fast. Now, as far as the light is concerned, you see it right there. It's a nice light. This is the electroluminescent. It's not the super illuminator. It's just regular illuminator, which is fine. You can totally see this and read this in the dark, no problem at all. Be sure to check the description if you want to check out other models from this. There are 7 of this with different colors and so on. And that's it. See ya.